This is a video on the assembly of the Electrum Kiosk stand. The Electrum Kiosk stand is actually the Suncast base storage cabinet that we put together, put a wrap around it, and that's what's in the store for the loyalty program. We want to assemble this so that we can send this off to our customers. The first thing we'll need to do is to cut open the box. Go ahead. And as you can see, she's cutting it all the way down the back spine of that. Make sure you don't cut into the box by any other method. Once the box is open, simply put it down on the floor and remove the contents. The first box we'll open is a box containing the supports that go onto the back of the stand, and we will need to assemble this first. You'll need to get the top section, and the top section you'll notice is the one without the holes in the top, and it's the thicker of the two sections. You put that on top of your stand. You remove the plastic from one of the black supports, and you will put it in the groove with the holes up in the top of the kiosk stand. We'll be screwing into these to secure them. So you'll first take the screws out of the package, these black screws, and using either a hand Phillips screwdriver or a drill screwdriver, we're going to secure this to the top of the kiosk stand. Put it in the hole and screw the screw in. Then you'll do that for each of the 4 holes. You'll do the same thing for the 2 shelves that go inside of the kiosk stand. Assemble them the same way as you did the top. You're now going to assemble the sides and the bottom panel with the side panels, and if you'll notice, the side panels are grooved, and if you notice, the holes in the bottom are also where these side panels will go into. You make sure that the panel is set. Turn it over. Make sure that the panels are with the smooth side outside and the riveted side, or the unsmooth inside. Slide it into these slots and push it down to lock it in place. And this is the sides and the back, the side panels going into the base of the cabinet. Make sure that the side panels are flush to the bottom of the unit. If you need to take a little hammer and knock it forward so that they line up correctly, that would be the correct procedure. All right, you're now going to take the back panel and put it in the grooves of the bottom of the unit and the 2 side panels. And you can see that the slots will fit. You raise it up about 2 inches, drop them in the slot, and then you push it down to lock it in place. And make sure it's completely locked with the top of the back and the top of the side panels being at the same height. Next thing we'll do is to put the top on, and you'll notice that the grooves are offset a little bit. You start from the back of the unit and then push it forward so that the slots go into the connect to the top of the unit. Push it forward, make sure that it is secured and it is flush. Right, before we put on the doors, we need to cut a slot in the door that will be used for the electrical cord to come into the unit. You'll need to take the left door, it's the one without the slot at the bottom, and we'll cut a 1-inch hole in the bottom for the power cord to come in. You'll now put this door on. I put it in the bottom first and then sliding it forcefully until it snaps into place. And your door is now on. Just going to put the doors on the front of the cabinet. If you'll notice, the doors are different. You have one with a key, a lock at the bottom. That goes on the right side as you're facing the cabinet. The one without the slot at the bottom goes on the left side. What you will be doing is putting the door first in the bottom hole with the peg, and then sliding it forward. Bottom. The next thing you'll do is pop in the handle, the covers, and you just pop it into the doors. First, you disassemble the plastic lock, putting the bottom section into the unit. I'm going to be pushing this lock assembly into the bottom of the cabinet with, you'll see a couple of prongs that are down. That's at the bottom, and you push those in and seat it. You then put the long end into the lock hole first. Push it up high as you can. Then the bottom section you'll push in very hard to make it seat. This is a diagram of that type of assembly. Will next be sliding in the shelves, and when you slide it in, you'll put the metal brace section forward, and you'll see a groove in the back where the shelf fits and is secure on all three sides with the back and the sides of the kiosk stand. We'll next be using a template to drill holes in the top of the kiosk stand. And as you'll notice in the template, there are 7 holes, 6 small ones, and then 1 large one at the bottom. Next thing you're going to do is put the template on top of the kiosk stand and secure it with masking tape. What this does is prevents you from the template from sliding as you're trying to mark it. After you have attached the template with the masking tape, then you will use a standard drill with a either 7/32 or 1/4 inch drill bit to drill through the top of the kiosk stand all the way through the system, all the way down so it's exposed. We'll be putting bolts all the way through to the and putting nuts and washers on inside of the kiosk. So we'll drill through and complete that with the other 5 holes. Replace your drill bit with a 2-inch door lock cutter and cut the 2-inch hole in the back of the kiosk. After you get to the depth of the drill, it will bind, and you will need to pull the drill out and use a utility knife to actually cut out the top of the hole. You may need to turn it to its side to get to the place where you can cut it out, but you need to manually cut it out, the hole out. Once you have removed the hole, you can then cut all the way through. The next thing we'll be doing is drilling pilot holes for attaching the kiosk skirt. Now, as you can see, the kiosk skirt is actually fitting over the back of the unit. The back of the unit is actually the customer facing part of the unit, and if I go around here, you'll see that the back door of the unit, the front doors of the unit are actually the back of the kiosk stand. The first thing we're going to do is attach the masking tape to the unit, and what we'll do is start with the back door, and we'll open up this back door, the one that has the lock at the bottom, and what we will do then is put a masking tape to attach the kiosk stand skirt so that you can open the door. You'll attach it here, and then you'll also attach it here. Now you'll notice that the kiosk stand skirt overlaps the back door. That is fine, that is permissible. So we're going to overlap. The important thing is to make sure you attach it so that this door that is on the right as you face it, again it's the one with the lock on it, can be opened. Now using a 3/32 drill bit, you'll now be drilling pilot holes into the grommets of the template skirt that you're using. You'll be drilling 6 of these. Go ahead. 3 in top and 3 at the bottom. And again, these are just pilot holes that will be used to screw in the screws and washer to hold the kiosk stand skirt to the kiosk stand. And with that, we have completed the assembly of the skirt. You can now remove that template from there and store the unit ready for it to be packed and shipped.